welcome you in our Blab show. And I'm Klana, and this lovely
I'm Stella.
is Stella. And it's easy to see who is the guy here. Stella and I, we are Sexological Bodyworkers. This is a profession certified in the state of California. And we did our training in Europe, in Switzerland. And we also live in Europe. I am German and I live on the beautiful island of Ibiza. And Stella and Steven, they call in from Luxembourg.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and tonight, because we have a young couple here, the topic is sex in the partnership.
So, we want to just tell a little bit about sex in partnerships. So, every couple is different, but what we just want a little bit to talk about is what is happening when you are in a longer relationship, and what could you do, or what are you doing to let it, even after a month, to let it be interesting. And so it is always interesting and new, and yeah.
And with time it becomes more taboo-less. And I think with times it's yes, we know more everything about us, so it's more
you learn about each other.
Yes, good.
It's more that when you know each other in first place, so when you start a relationship, everything is new and interesting, and you just want to have sex all the time and to just having the sex. And then after a while, you want to have more like this bonding. You know, you take more time for each other. And then there's, I would say, after time, you communicate more. Yeah, you communicate more. And what is really, I say,
you can trust more each other.
Yes, you can say what you want.
Yes, you can say what you want and do what you want.
Yeah, you don't have the fear to tell your partner what you love to have, or if you just say like, I just want that, and maybe no sex, and you just give me a good time, or yeah.
So how did you lose that fear about talking about what you want? How did you two do that?
It comes with the time. It's really the trust, because I think for me it's something else, because I work I work with the sexological bodywork, but I think it helps when you really communicate. So when you have the point in your relationship that you really trust each other, and then you come and just just communicate.
But it comes with experiments. Every time when we have sex, it's more we can try something new and
evaluate.
Yeah.
It's yes, you want to say, I know what you want to say, to see your partner every time like it's something new. You want to, you never know everything, so it's always to see new things and to.
Yes, I think this is a good point, that you go into your experience as if you haven't met that person before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's normal that you get a routine after a while, that you have this routine sexuality, but even in this routine that you find like a day or time that you just take time for each other and to explore new things. Mm.
And Stella, it's our job as sexological body workers, one of our jobs, to help people to exactly do that, then communicate more with their partners at home, so that they have a much more fulfilled sex life. And my question for you is, does it help you to be a sexological body worker? Was it different before you became a sexological body worker?
Yeah, I was a quite open person before, but it helped me more to be myself in a relationship. It's what I always tell people is, first you have to get to know what you want and what you are and what you love. And when you know what you love and you want, so then you can go into relationship and
give it to your
to your partner and communicate to your partner,
Yeah.
so that he knows what to do and he will enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it different for you, Steve, with Stella, who is really trained to tell you what she wants? Or did you have other relationships where it was the same?
Oh, yeah. It can try more, and we have more ideas, and there are things. I think for me, there are days when she comes. Oh, I have seen this, and we can do that. So I think other persons in not these relationships are not always in this sex theme.
So it's great that you are so open and follow her curiosity, so that you really experiment together. This is great. Yeah, because usually partnerships, not everybody is the same. So normally one person is more into sex than the other one.
Yeah, normally one person is more active as the other one. And it's good to change, so that there are times that one person is more active and then the other person is more active. Or like sometimes I'm lazy and he just comes like, oh, something new. So it's good to change all the time and to not lose the interesting in it and to really see these new things. So.
And I know that you recently had another experiment with touching. Would you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's more what you did. You must have that.
Oh.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to know?
We did something that we say like it was more like a meditation for couples. So this time it was like my place, so to enjoy. So it's when you are you have couples. So one is just enjoying and the other one just take the time for you, like for half an hour to 1 hour. I think yes, to 1 hour. And just do like simple strokes and to be very concentrated. And how was it for you to do that? To really...
Oh, I was just focused on
On my well-being. Yeah.
And it was also an adventure for me. So to see how it's how your reactions are and your feelings are when it's just focusing. So
Yeah.
so
yeah, for me it was very interesting. So to see how you just focus on me and that I have to do nothing and really nothing and can just enjoy. So I had like the first minutes where your mind is going on in women's mind, where they are like, oh, what am I going to do? What he's thinking? And but after a time you're just enjoying because you see he don't that your partner don't want something back, but he just want to give you something. And then when you have this point as a woman where you can just release and you can just enjoy and let it flow.
And then you switched the place. So then Steve was the receiver and you were the giver. Is that true?
Yes, but we did it at another day. Because what is very interesting is you have different. You can do different. You can change after a while, or you do like really. Today is your day and the other day is the other one's day. What is really interesting, what is happening emotionally. Because when you don't switch directly and you give it a little bit of time, when you are really in this bonding to give the other one something, and you don't need to give something back and just enjoying, and then you have this really strong bonding, and the next day you can give it back with the same strength. So I could really on the next day focus on him. And it was also very beautiful to see how men can just enjoy and release for 1 hour to just enjoy and don't have to do nothing.
So how was that for you, Steve? Unusual? Or is that something you can easily do? Just lay there and he does everything for you.
Oh, I love it. So
You love it? Oh, yeah. And what I see, and thank you for sharing, being so open. This is a very, very good practice for couples. Just the important thing is you define before who is today or at that very moment for this amount of time the receiving person and who is the giving person. And then just stick on those roles. You don't have to give back in that very moment. You just relax into the sensations, into the feelings that come to you. And the giver does only the same stroke. No fancy things, just one stroke. And that is so powerful. This is really amazing. And then you, at one point, you change the roles. Like Stella said, you can even do it at the same day or at another day. Yeah, I can tell you from my own experience, this is amazing. And the next important thing, this has nothing to do with getting the other person into arousal or to have a goal to get an orgasm. It's just pleasure, completely. If you start breathing while you receive that, if you really breathe into your lower belly, into your genitals while you get that stroke, this is even more intense.
Yes, and it gives you a little deep bonding because there comes a lot of emotion. You feel a lot of emotional in your heart, in your body, because it's just focused on yourself. So For a lot of women, they start to cry because it's so emotional that they have this moment where a man is just there for them, so that they can really just be in this pleasure. A lot of women don't know this feeling, so even I had once when I just cried because it was so beautiful to feel that, and because you feel when the man is really just the giver. You really feel that.
Yes. But usually men love to pleasure women.
Yeah.
Am I right, Steve?
Yeah.
But there is sometimes that thing in us women who always think we need to give back. That's the point that stops us sometimes from enjoying. So therefore, I think it's very, very good to set up the rules up front.
Yeah, even for men.
Yeah.
Normally they have in their mind that they have to give something back, and then they just enjoying.
Yeah.
Men always want to, in German you say, die Frauen auf ihren Händen tragen. How do you say that in English? To carry the woman on their hands. Yes, what I'm just reading the chat. There's nothing more arousing than knowing you're giving pleasure. Yes, that's
true.
Yes.
I've heard that from a lot of men. And for us women, it's the same. So Stella and I, we do it professionally. So it's really, really a pleasure for me to pleasure another person, no matter if it's a woman or a man.
Yeah. Yes, it's so beautiful to learn how to communicate and to giving pleasure in partnerships. How you can give new interesting inputs in your partnership. So I think it's very important to really take your time and not to be in this routine all the time. And sometimes it's okay to be sometimes in your routine, but also to know in your mind that sometimes you have to go out of it.
So in the chat, there is, okay, not all men though do enjoy it, do it, giving pleasure. I think that's the point, not enjoying. And sex has become more selfish based now with people. Yeah, that might be true. But you can train yourself and your partner to change it.
Yeah.
And communication is the key. And also just sometimes it's good to say no. So most of the men that he knows use women as objects. It's like a trophy. Okay. Is it that? Is it that? I don't know. I think there are those men and those men. What was that? You wrote that you think most of the men you know use women as objects, and that they are like a trophy. And I don't know, because I'm not a man.
I think there are also women who do that, but there are people like that. The thing is more, it's like maybe a little bit also like a one-night stand. There are people, they love one-night stand, but when you come into a relationship and you do this communication and also this deep bonding, then you get another sex. Maybe like one-night stand, they are very interesting. There's something exploring, a new person, something very arousing about the not knowing the other one. But if you're in a relationship and you start to know each other, you can do like very other and good things that you cannot do in with a person for one night, because you don't know that
We have
person.
more time.
We have more time, and you can arouse each other for a longer time, and you can have better orgasm because you know what the other one wants, and you don't have like half an hour to find out what the other one wants. So, and even if you're not in a relationship and you like having sex with a friend, or if you learn this person to know this person and what they love, it's a totally different sex life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a totally different kind of sex, that's true. And or better or worse, it's just different. And sometimes this kind of sex is good, the quick fix, and sometimes the deeper, the more bonding, the more connecting way is good.
It's what you need at the time and what you love. And it's good to know the kind of it.
So this is good for your partners, Joe, that you've never been good at just having casual sex. Your partners will enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Our time is over. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.